Set the alarm bells ringing now. Welcome back to Zeekism Wrestling. Hope you're doing well wherever you are. And yeah, gonna set the alarm bells ringing now because, and I like The Rock for the record, so this isn't just an anti-Rock video. This is a cautious trepidation going into this because The Rock has been teasing good conversations about WrestleMania 43 participation. That is next year's WrestleMania. It's not the WrestleMania coming up in Vegas this year. WrestleMania 43, of course, is going to take place in Saudi Arabia. They've already confirmed that. So there is, a little bit of controversy around that anyway. But, and I think he's media savvy enough to know, it's a bit controversial to go there still. But I think it's safe to say the shows have improved. I would argue under Triple H's, the shows have been a lot more impactful, meaningful, and it's actually good. The crowds have improved, I think, for whatever reason. There was less, dignitaries in the front row, which was sapping the atmosphere. So they've got a lot more fans present in the event. So yeah, I think they've become better events under Triple H. Triple H defender though I am, I think the job that's been done there has improved the shows. But necessarily, The Rock has confirmed he is in talks. Teases good conversations regarding WrestleMania 43 participation. With a year left for WrestleMania 43, The Rock has opened up and teased some good news surrounding his participation in the PLE. Well, good news depends on who you are. For the first time ever, the 2027 edition of WrestleMania is set to take place in Saudi Arabia as part of WWE's relationship with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. However, with still a year left to the show, The Rock recently appeared with Rafi Bogosian of Rafi Talks, where he addressed speculations surrounding his presence on the PLE. I'm excited for the brand of WrestleMania. I'm excited for the Kingdom because that is a big show. I'm also excited not only for the brand, but I'm excited for our athletes to be able to participate in an event like that. And that is a global event, The Rock said. And so I can't wait. In terms of the conversations I've been having, it's all good. It will always be good. Okay, there's nothing really revealed. WWE Saudi Arabian events have often in the past hosted and brought some of the promotion's biggest stars of yesteryear, such as Goldberg, Kane, The Undertaker, and even Shawn Michaels. With The Rock's in-ring performance and involvement at WrestleMania 40, rumours and speculations began to circulate about his possible participation in WrestleMania 43. Despite the teases, Dwayne The Rock Johnson has not yet officially confirmed or denied any of the rumours. Saudi Arabia is also set to host the upcoming Royal Rumble on 31st January 2026. End of article, and the article is from F4W Online, by the way, just so you know. Now, okay, here's the editorial side of things from my point of view. Like I said, The Rock's participation in WWE since he came back, or has been certainly since he became more of a potential stakeholder in the company, let's put it that way, has been spotty. From my point of view, like I said, it's left me a bit cold. And I was a big Rock fan growing up. The modern day Rock isn't the Rock I used to root and cheer for. Obviously, because he's he's the status quo now. He is the big star, and it all revolves around him. That's what the problem I have is that. So whatever happened last year, and we've all seen Unreal. For how realistic Unreal is and whatever. What happened last year was a mess. It was a mess. The John Cena heel turn was great and it promised so much and delivered little. Not necessarily John Cena's fault, and I think a lot had to do with that setup. The Rock involved himself in creative in the February. Regardless of what Unreal said, the timeline of events are, he says he was doing WWE a solid by being at Elimination Chamber. Fine. Did you have to involve yourself with the main event scene at Elimination Chamber? I don't think that was a WWE call. I think that was a Rock call. And again, that's speculation on my part. By involving yourself in that storyline, have you not promised that you're going to be involved going forward in that storyline, which obviously has been nixed now because not only is John Cena and Cody not the champion anymore, the world has turned, it's completely moved on. It also sort of, again, they didn't promise it, but they did tease that, okay, well, Rock's going to be part of the storyline going forward with John Cena. That didn't happen. Travis Scott appeared at WrestleMania, no Rock. The finish was wonk and rubbish anyway at WrestleMania. And then he went on Pat McAfee's show a couple of days after WrestleMania to sort of justify why he wasn't there. And lay out, almost selfishly, I think, not toeing the company line, why the decisions were made and why he's not the victim, or sorry, why he's not the perpetrator of it, which actually made him look more guilty than it had been going into it. So it was really, really weird turn of events. And since then, I think he saw the backlash and he's backed off massively. We haven't seen him since, and justifiably and rightfully so. And we are forgetting that back at, was it Bad Blood, the year before that, he had appeared on stage and, you know, threw up the number and sort of again teased his involvement with ongoing storylines potentially involving Roman Reigns and or Cody. Obviously it involved Cody in the end, but didn't go anywhere. And then he appeared at the launch of Netflix, probably corporately asked to be there, but completely didn't did a face turn, said Cody, you're great, you're the best and stuff. It's very weird, very odd creative. And by the way, he's the one advocating for his creative genius that is Brian Gurwitz taking over from Triple H in the end. When, I mean, what? It's a mess. And I have no doubt that there are politics at play behind the scenes. Part of what I'm referring to in terms of the timeline of events obviously wasn't shown on Unreal, because why would they? But I think I think there's clearly egos at play. There's self-importance and maybe self-preservation going on. I don't know. It's a bit. So yeah, the fact he's teasing an involvement again is like, okay, we're back here again. He's going to tease. He's going to do something. So now you've set the expectations now by not saying I'm definitely not going to be there. He's basically saying, come and get me if you can pay enough, or if you can offer me decent creative. I don't know what he's saying here, but you know, again, this is similar. We were here 12 months ago where he was teasing, well, maybe I might be there, maybe I won't. And then only after the event went south did he go, well, I always said I wasn't going to be there, with no evidence to back up the fact that... Anyway, look, it's turned into a little bit of a rant. And I'm not anti-Rock, by the way. I'm just anti this version of Rock, which is like a little bit self-important. You know, there's no sort of... I don't... Put it this way. I don't get the feeling he is around for the health of wrestling, or WWE should I say. He's around for the health of his own self-interest, his own career elsewhere. The fact that he's not been around in WWE might have something to do with him trying to get awards recognition for the Smashing Machine. I think he thought, you know, if I'm around in WWE, I don't think Oscar voters are going to want to vote me or nominate me for awards. So I think the fact he's coming out with conversations now regarding WWE participation may sort of give the clue that he's maybe not going to get the awards recognition he thought he was going to get. But that's just my speculation. That's my opining. I think I'll stop ranting about The Rock now, because I think I'm pissing off the internet. Anyway, let me know what you think about The Rock, about the situation, about last year even, in the comment section below. Leave a like or subscribe on the channel if you liked what I said or what I did or what I do here. Much appreciated, and I'll speak to you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.